Whoa, I'm recording a video. What's up, guys? It's been like, I feel like it's been like 6 months since I've posted a video on YouTube about anything, especially the car. So, it's been a lot of people asking, and I appreciate everyone's support. So basically, as you guys know, late last year after we had our issues at Global Time Attack, I started to partner up with a company called VRF Design. Now, VRF Design was run by a guy that was recommended to me by another friend, and everything sounded good. Originally, we were just going to do a custom radiator and water to air intercooler setup to manage the IATs and the coolant temps, and I was going to just swap in an E153 transmission. Well, the guy that runs VRF was very convincing, and he convinced me to enter into a partnership with him, a title sponsorship almost, for 2019, where I'd run his turbo kit, his intercooler, his new coil and plug setup using Audi coils, as well as a custom mil-spec harness, and also one of these things. Event, I was very excited to it. A Types attendant, it was going to be at Summit Point, which is right here, very close to me in Baltimore. I just ended up getting met with excuse after excuse. Oh, you know, this part supplier isn't able to get me this by this time. This part supplier can't get me this. This guy's doing this. And in a lot of ways, most of those concerns and things that were happening were valid. They were validated. But at the same time, I'd entered into agreements with other companies that were going to come on as partners with me for this year, for 2019. And I had obligations to fulfill. Not only that, but I just wanted to drive my car. Specifically on the track. So the TLDR to this story is I was promised tons of parts under an agreement that we had for this year, and none of those parts arrived when they were supposed to. When things finally did arrive, they were either wrong or incomplete. And so what that meant is I had lots of time with the car where I couldn't do anything. Even now, it is June. I'm just now getting everything that I needed. So I made some sort of announcement about the harness that I got a couple of months ago. Well, I never got a chance to test the harness because I didn't have all the parts, specifically the ECU, as well as anything else I needed to even do anything to the car. So I was never able to test it. So when I finally got those things, we tested the ECU and found out that the ECU was not giving power appropriately. Apparently, there's some shorts somewhere in the harness, rather, that's not powering things the way they're supposed to be. Another guy that he was working with actually ended up having the same issue, and they reissued him a harness before sending it to me. So this is the very same harness, very same style, same design harness that was issued to someone where they had a big issue where they fried an ECU, and I was sent the same harness, and it was never checked. So send the harness back. Stuff is supposed to get to me by the end of that week, which was like 3 weeks ago. It didn't happen. I just got my harness this past Thursday. And even in the harness, there's things that are wrong. There's things that, and I'm not an electrical person, but I know how to check power and make sure things are going certain places, and they're not. I still can't get power to my dash, which was sold to me by this gentleman, by the way. There's a lot of things that I just can't do that I'm gonna have to figure out. Fast forward to today, or actually yesterday, the guy's gone MIA. Yeah, the reaction you just had is exactly what I had yesterday. No one really knows where the guy is. Apparently he was taking some time off to tend to his sick grandma, which I can't say if that is true or false, because I don't know. I'm not gonna say he's lying, because I don't know, maybe he has a really sick grandma. That's pretty insensitive of me. But basically, he is like no contact. I can't get anything from him. I can't get wiring diagrams for the CCU and the harness. I can't get the remaining parts that I need. I mean, we've gone back and forth for months about this IAT. This is the sensor he sent me. So I think, oh, it's a GM IAT. How we gotta find it? No, it is, but it can't figure out what plug it is, what car it's from. He doesn't know. He can't tell me. Another. You see my downpipe over there? Yeah, that downpipe is a combination of my old eBay downpipe for my like stock turbo and piping that he sent me. So he sent me a turbo kit with no downpipe, which was supposed to come with, and a drain line situation and feed line situation that I had to sort out by myself. Anyway, oh, that's hot. So, yeah, here we are. The only thing I can do is be as optimistic as possible and get to work and try and figure it out. But there's problems now, of course. So Global Time Attack New Jersey, which is the event that I basically killed my car last year, is like the first week of August. I'm going to Japan on July 4th, and I'm going to be gone for half a month. The car is supposed to be back together and tested by then, so that when I get back from Japan, we can go straight to Global Time Attack basically, and redeem myself. Because I have footage, and I'll put footage here. I don't think it's really going to show too much, but I broke my trans, and I had the coolant and IAT issue. Global Time Attack New Jersey was supposed to be redemption for me. And I was also supposed to make Global Time Attack Red Atlanta. But who even knows if that's going to happen now. So I'm pretty fucked. On top of being put in a situation where I had other companies come on board with me, other partners, where I had obligations to them that I couldn't fulfill. I had obligations to myself that I couldn't fulfill, that I may not get the chance to fulfill again, at least at my budget level. Words can't really express to you guys how upset I am. And again, I didn't really want to make this video as like a shot at the guy. I mean, things happen, but at the same time, you know, my program has now suffered because of it, and maybe even possible relationships with companies going forward. So I really am going to need some time to think. There's probably not going to be another YouTube video for a while. That may change, but there is a lot that I have to do to try and get figured out on this car before I go to Japan. As understanding of a person as I am, the fact of the matter is there's plenty of customers that I have sold parts to for VRF Design, and that VRF Design has sold parts to, that got overpromised products, be it the quality or the delivery time, and were severely under-delivered on. And while I acted as a point of sale for them, it came back on me as well. So everyone that's been hitting me up, you know, about your parts, unfortunately, I have no clue. I'm still missing some things. I truly don't know, and I'm sorry. If you paid through a PayPal invoice or something like that, then I highly suggest reaching out to PayPal or your credit card company to get your money back. I really wish I could tell you guys more. I really wish that I had some answers for you, but I truly don't. I truly, it's such a bad situation, and I'm really sorry to everyone that's involved, that's bought anything, that hasn't received it, and there are definitely people that have received parts from VRF and love them, and they're great parts. So the quality of the parts, I don't think are the issue. That being said, that's all I'm going to go in as a tangent on that. Just know that there will be no more VRF Design logos displayed on my vehicle, any promotional material, my website, my Instagram, none of that. I do not attach my name to anything that's unreliable. I try to be as straight up as a person as I can be. I try to be as reliable as I can be, and if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, and that's it. So this partnership has already hurt my my program thus far, and I am not going to let it become a hindrance to my program anymore going forward. That being said, I am going to introduce some merch. So everyone that has asked for it, I know I talked about it a couple months ago. I'm going to introduce some merch. The merch, 100% of the proceeds from the merch is going to go to supporting the program. So that's getting to events, it's maintaining the car, those kinds of things. Anyone that wants to support, I really appreciate it. I mean, every dollar is going to really help me since I'm doing this all on my own. I don't have any partners that are giving me money or anything like that. So if you want to support the channel, the build, my program, you can check out right here. That'll be my website, where you can pre-order merch. So I'm gonna have jackets that are printed on Champion. It's like a packable jacket. You'll see it when you go on the site. And I'm also gonna have t-shirts. Everything is gonna be pre-ordered for right now. I'll probably have it all the details up in the description, or at least on the website by the time this video goes up. So again, if you want to support, I'd really appreciate it, and we're gonna change some things around. So the channel is still probably gonna say Daniel Oliver because it is me. It's not just racing. I know a lot of you guys are here for cars, but there are other things that I do that I'd like my channel to be. I play video games. I'm a big video game person. I want to get into streaming. So, you know, those kinds of things. So this channel is going to be a amalgamation of all those interests that I have. So if there's anything you guys want to see that you think I might be into or something like that, then go ahead, please, by all means, post it in the comments, or, you know, shoot me a message on Instagram, whatever. I will ask that people not message me on Facebook, even if we're, you know, on like the MR2 forum or something like that, on the MR2 forums. I don't want to say it in like a mean way, because I don't mean it in a mean way. I really appreciate all the support you guys have, and I definitely want to answer all your questions, and I will. Facebook is just a little bit too private for me, so I'm not going to be accepting any friend requests or anything like that on Facebook. But if you want to Instagram message me or post a comment on here, by all means, please do. Even if you want to email me, I'll put my email right here. Shoot me an email at any time, and I'd be glad to talk to you about nothing or everything, or whatever you want to talk about. So the channel, or the program, is not going to be Daniel Oliver Racing anymore. It's going to be Simple Racing. But I want to transition into Simple Racing. So the new logo for Simple Racing is here, and that's what the car is going to be campaigned under. So it'll be Simple Racing MR2. I don't know. But either way, I think that's a good platform for me to express how I feel about on the shirts and on the jackets. That's what the brand's going to be under now. So it's going to be Simple Racing. So this video doesn't get too long. I do want to give you guys a walkover of the car. People have been asking for it. Now, it is extremely rough. I have tape in places to keep rain out, because the car has been sitting over here and snow out. So the car is going to be super cleaned up by the time you guys actually see it out somewhere, I promise. But I'm going to give you guys an overview of the car real quick, just some things that we've done before they're completed, because I pretty much have everything now. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so here's the car. Now, don't mind the mismatched wheels. So those wheels are actually for sale, because I've gotten these new Koenigs, which are really cool. I went down to 17 in the rear, so I originally had 17 up front, 18 in the rear, double stagger. But it's going to be 17 in the rear for tire price, and just to keep things more even, and also 17 in the front. Bumpers hanging off. We got the terribly wrapped that I need to rewrap, and I will rewrap soon. Finest Auto Works front flares. I have my rear flares that will actually end up being the Finest Auto Works flares probably here shortly, because they look a little cooler than mine. Global Time Attack banner is still there. We cut for event. That's just covering it up. Ignore that. That's really ugly. I told you guys it was disgusting looking. As we move in the inside of the car, we have another poorly wrapped panel displaying the VTI gauge, dash gauge that we have. We're going to be running. Momo seat. My bride is in the truck. It's not in the car right now. So yeah, real simple inside. Not much has changed, except for instead of using a tablet, we're going to use this CAN dash. This manifold is a little different than most people who have a VRF manifold. It has longer runners, and everything's equal length. So hopefully that helps out in different places. In the power band, I'm not sure. I had to end up running an SR20 oil filter because it's a lot shorter, because I have not relocated the filter. Not sure if you can see down there, but I do have my oil cooler being relocated under the car, under the trunk right here. And that's all done with race flux lines, of course. So we did this screamer pipe that's going to come out of the Asport engine light from Campos. I'll show you guys a picture of that when I'm packing everything up at the end of the video. And then finally we went with a Link Extreme dash up from the plug-and-play dash that, or ECU that we had before. This hole back here is super messy too, so please excuse it. Well, this is gonna get cleaned up here in the next couple weeks. This is a wing bracket that I made that got rusty. So we're gonna have to clean that up and paint it, and this is tape to keep out some holes that we gotta fill, whatever. Just gonna leave that alone for right now. But yeah, so we did a wastegate dump out the engine lid, which is something I've always wanted to do. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm really excited to see some flame shooting out of that thing. Because we have this engine lit now, when we go on track, we'll be able to put a GoPro like inside the engine bay just for some like raw engine noise. So that'll be cool. But yeah, other than that, and I mean, in all reality, this was a very simple task. It was upgrades, future-proofing, nothing crazy. We didn't build a motor. We did head studs. We didn't build a motor. We didn't do anything crazy. We got a bolt-on turbo kit and a standalone ECU. And apparently that wasn't able to be delivered in the time that it was required to be delivered in. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for your continued support. It's been crazy to see that all of my videos are still getting comments. It's been crazy to see you guys hitting me up on like Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, like just everywhere. I really appreciate everyone's support, and I hope this video answers all of your questions and clears things up for you guys. Trust me, I am more bummed than you are about not posting videos, because it means I haven't been doing anything with the car really. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and again, I'll have merch that's available in the form of shirts as well as packable jackets right in the description down below. If you want to pick one of those up, I greatly appreciate it, and it'll help me out tremendously here going forward.